Hey everyone, in this tutorial we are going to learn how to model something organic like this using SubD tools in Rhino. So without further ado, let's start. So to model something like this in Rhino, we first need to simplify the shape. So this shape actually can be considered made of three cones. This is a cone and this is a cone and this is another cone, and then they are connected together. So this is what we are going to do. We're going to use SubD to create a cone and another one, and then start connecting them. So let's see what we can do. We can go to the top view, so double click to maximize the top view. Let's go to the standard tab and choose circle, and let's draw a circle with a radius of maybe 10 meters. Click. Now let's rebuild this circle and make the control points 8 and make it SubD friendly. Maybe even less, maybe 6 would be enough. And make sure to check make SubD friendly. Now select the circle and hold Alt and Shift and then scale it using the gimbal to create a copy of it. And now to get the center point of these circles, we will need to use this to scale them later. So we can go to the analytics and choose area centroid. So now we have the center of them. Double click to minimize the top view and double click to maximize the perspective. Now this one need to move up maybe 40 meters. And now let's select both of them and hold Alt to copy. So maybe another cone will be here. For this one, I will need to move this circle in the top. Maybe move this down a little bit. This and select both of them. Now I want to scale it, but I want to keep it in the ground. So I'm going to double click to move the gimbal, move it here and hold Shift and start scaling it. And maybe placing it something like this. So select this one again, hold Alt to copy and move it somewhere here maybe. Move everything like this. Now select both of them and double click to move the gimbal and hold Shift and start scaling it. I think this circle need to go down, maybe scaling it a little bit. So now we have our base curves that we are going to use to create the SubD surfaces. I think this one needs to be scaled a little bit. So I'm going to SubD tools, choose loft. And since these curves are SubD friendly, we can select this one, and then right click. And as you can see, it's following the shape. I will add maybe 2 more segments here. So right click, this one, select the 2 curves and right click to bring the command again. And for this one, I think I will add 1 segment. Select these 2, right click, and add maybe 2 more segments. So now hold Control Shift to select sub-object and double click to select the whole edge loop. I want this cone to have more kind of curvature, so I'm going to select this one and scaling it, maybe something like this. So this need to move a little. So we'll keep adjusting the form before connecting them together. Hold Control Shift and double click to select the loop. Control Shift, double click and start scaling. Press tab to switch between smooth and flat mode. Okay, so I think we can move this something like this. So now we can select these 2 faces and create a bridge. And add more loops here. Let's hold Control Shift and delete these faces. I will just Ctrl Z for now. I think I need to add another here. Scale this one more. Let's scale this also down. It's up a little bit. Now I'm going to create a bridge between maybe these two. Yeah, I think this looks a little better. So now let's delete the spaces. And this one need to go down a little bit. Press tab to switch between soft, flat and smooth mode. So for these two, I think I might need to rotate this a little bit. Now let's select these two. Let's select these two faces and create bridge. Let's pick this parts. So now let's type SEL CRV to select all the curves and press Ctrl H to hide them. So now we have our base SubD shapes that we are going to start modifying until we get the design we want. So we can start maybe moving this something like this. And maybe creating some kind of a gate here. Down a little bit and scaling it, so hold shift to scale it uniformly. I think this need to be closer here, so I'm gonna delete this and let's explode, move this a little bit like this. Select edges and this edges and choose stitch. I think I want it to be also closer, so I will delete also this. Explode it again, move this closer, maybe something like this. Select all these edges. This one, then double click, select this one, and then double click, and you choose stitch. So yeah, maybe this looks better. I think I need to move this up a little bit and move it something maybe like this. This H2 need to move something like this. This one is too far too. I think I can adjust it in another way. Maybe selecting all these faces and then choose scale 1D, go to standard, choose scale 1D and select the center point of this one and center point and start maybe scaling everything like this. And select all this object. Let's move them here in this direction and then press tab to fix the movement in this direction and move it like this. Yeah, this is a little bit better. Then double click and delete this edge. I think this need to go down. So I will select all this part and set point to Z. Okay, set point again to Z, set it here, 0. Just need to go down a little bit. So I guess the idea, I will keep refining the shape until we get the design we want. And we can start maybe moving this part up to create some kind of a gap of an entrance here. And here too, maybe moving this vertex. So we have some kind of entrance. think I need to move this away again. Step something like this, and maybe creating some kind of bridge in these two. Hold Control Shift to select this vertex. Let's move it a little bit. Then hold Control Shift to select this edge, and hold Control to extrude while moving the gimbal. Control Z for now. Let's select the edge again. Hold Control to extrude, and let's select this one. Hold Control Shift selected, and let's extrude. Let's move this vertex a little bit. And now let's create a bridge between these two edges. Hold Control Shift, select the two edges and choose bridge. Set the segment to 1 and push OK. This one, scaling it a little bit, start moving it up. Point Z. Point. Okay, yeah, I think this looks good. So now finally, I'm gonna copy this, so hold Alt and move it away to import some kind of a mass like this into Revit and be able to use it as a mass and create floors and etc. We need to make it closed polished surface. So the first thing we're going to do is to create some kind of wall. So hold Control Shift, select this whole loop, extrude it. Let's make this crease. So come here and right click, double click, set point, go to Z, and open the project. So it's snap to the. Okay, now close the project. Make it something like this. Let's move everything up maybe 1 meter. So double click, set point, open the project. So the Z became in the 0. So as you can see, Z is aligned here. Here in this axis. So I have this this wall. Let's make this edges crease too. And here right click. Then double click, select this whole loop, extruded. Make this part crease. Here right click, double click here, set point, set it to Z, snap here. So we have now some kind of, these are going to be the walls. Here are going to be some entrances. For this part, I will hold Control Shift and scale using the gimbal to add faces. Strip down a little bit too. To Control Shift and double click. Hold Control Shift and scale. Here, hold Control Shift and scale. Control Shift, double click, and then extrude. And to fill this hole, hold Control Shift and double click and choose fill hole, select automatic, and same thing here. Right click to bring the command again, and right click to bring the command again. Okay, now we can try making this edges crease. So hold Control Shift and double click to select the edge loops. Here too, hold Control Shift and double click, hold Control Shift and double click to select the edge loop. Then let's go to the crease and right click to choose hard crease. And maybe scaling it a little bit. I think I will leave these parts of the edges, not crease. This looks better. So this is how we can design something organic like this. And then after that, we can import this mass into Revit and start solving the layouts and adding more details. That's it for today. Thank you for watching and see you later.